Hello everyone, this is Raj and welcome to Front-End Development Bootcamp. Here today I'm going to talk about Vue.js more in advance. Like in the previous video we have talked about the framework, how we can create a project, how we can create a component, how we can register the component, how we can run the project. So like this is a website for the Vue.js. So we have a website vuejs.org, and in the previous video we have talked about the like we can create a project with the help of PowerShell. So first we need to install Node.js, and then we need to install Vue or Vue CLI, and then we for creating a project. So I'll create a project once again. So my project. So first we need to type Vue, and then you need to write a command name is Vue create, and then your project name. So let's say I'm creating a project, Bridge Raj web app. Okay, so this is my project name, and then I'll click on the next button or press enter. So it will ask for the preset, like we can go for the Vue 2, right now we are working on it, or we can go for the Vue 3, or we can select the manual feature. So I'll go for the third part, manually select the features, and then we have a like list of configuration files. So first we have like I will select the Vue version, and then we can go for the Babel. So we use Babel for advanced JavaScript syntax like ECMAScript, which will support. And right now we are not working on TypeScript part, we are not working with the PWA, so we just go for unselect part. And then we need a router because like we want to create a web application having a multi pages, let's say about page or contact page or any other event page or project page. So for creating a multi pages you just need a router files. So that's why we have selected a router with the help of space bar. So these all are the some things like you can do that. So right now we have selected four things like Vue version, Babel, and the router third one, and the fourth one is for the linter. So we use linter for code formations, writing like optimized code. No, like this will give you the hint about like warning about like you have mentioned console.log, you have to remove this part for the production purpose. So we use linter for code formatting. So I'll press enter, and then it will ask for the Vue version. So we are working on Vue.js version of 2. So we'll select version 2, and then it will ask for the routing mode. So we have a routing, we have to use routing mode is as a history. So basically the routing mode history means, let's say my application name is techferment.com, and when I switch to the like about page, the routing path will be slash about. So if I enable history mode, the path will be slash about slash contact slash something. Okay, if I disable the history mode, the routing part will be slash hashtag about hash symbol. So like if you disable the history mode, so there will be a hash symbol. If you enable the history mode, there will be a normal routing path. So I'll just go for the history mode as a enable, and then press enter, and then it will ask for the linter. So we have a lot of version for configuration for the linter. So I'll suggest you to go for the first part, ESLint with error prevention only, and then we have a file for lint on save, and then you can save the configuration of Babel ESLint in the same file of package.json, or you can create a separate file. So it's totally up to you. So I'll suggest you to go for the dedicated files. I'll click on the dedicated file, and like you can save the preset for the future project or not. So no, I'm not interested, and then press enter. So it will create a project for you having a sample code part, and then you can go for the portfolio things. So now my project is ready. I'll go to the directories with the help of command cd, and then we'll type the directory name. So my directory name is richraj web app. So I'm inside the directory. I can check out the file with the help of ls command. So this will give you the list of available files. Okay, so I'll open the VS Code editor with the help of command code dot, and then it will open your VS Code editor. So this is my project and this is project directory. I can run my project with the help of terminal and then click go to the new terminal button, and then here you need to type the command npm run serve, and I can close this one. And till the time, as I mentioned you, like this one is for the readme file we will use for the GitHub. Second one is we have package.json file. Here we can mention the dependencies, and yeah, so here we have a dependency and dev dependency in the we have discussed in the previous video, and this is one for the deep big image for the package.json file, and then we have a separate file for the Babel, and then we have a ESLint configuration file. As I mentioned, like we have created a separate configuration for ESLint, so that's why we have written. And then we have a src directory, and then we have a public, and inside we have a dependency in the node module. So we have a public directory, and then we have a src. So here we can mention our assets in terms of fonts, image, audio, video, whatever the assets you have. And then here you can define the component, and then we have a router. So this one is new file because we have selected router module. With the help of this module, you can create a multi-page multi-view applications like slash contact slash about. This type of application you can do that. Okay, and then we have a views is just like as a here we have only two page like home page and about page. So this is a link. I'll open localhost colon 8080 in my browser. So here I'll open localhost colon 8080. So this is my by default general web application, and then we have a home page, and this one is for the about page. So this is, see, this is a route. So this is logic like slash about slash contact is working from this particular file index.js. So this is a routing file. So like we have a like this is an array of object. Here we have a like route path. Let's say when user will go to the like by default path, it will render your home component. Where is home? Home is from view home, and then this one. So it will render your this one content. Okay, and then we have a general component. So we have created a component name is hello world. So I can remove this part just for the understanding purpose. So we will remove this one. Here what we can do, here we can write h1. Let's say I'll write here we have defined h1. I'll close h1, and this one is for home page, and here we can do, if we can write some content. So we have paragraph, so we can create a paragraph with the help of p tag, and here we can mention the Laura Plipson. It's not loading at don't know. So here we have some content. Okay, so I'll remove this one part because we are not working on the component part, so that's why we have removed this one. Okay, so we have a home page, and then we have about page. So we have mentioned this is about page. So I'll just reload, so it's working. This one is home, this one is about. So like we can create a simple portfolio of application with the help of Vue.js. Like I'll open paint. Okay, so like we will create a portfolio with the help of Vue.js. So we have a routing module, and we will create a like pages. Like first page is for the project, second is one is for the talk, and third one is for the about. And like in the home page, you can mention the skills. Okay, So like entire this Bootstrap we will use entire this application we will use Bootstrap for the designing purpose. So I'll just go to the Bootstrap. So this is a website for the Bootstrap. Here what I'll do, I'll just copy the CSS path for the Bootstrap. So we have a file inside public directory index.html, so I'll paste it here. Okay, so this one I have added Bootstrap library, so I'll save, and then I'll go to the app.view file. So we have a app.view file. So we have a app.view file. With the help of this particular tag like router view, user can navigate the file. So let's say slash about. So with the help of this command in the routing module, we have slash about page. So it will render the component. So my component name is about.view. So based on this uh, the slash file name component name, so it will responsible for this one, and this one is for the navigation part. So what I'll do, I'll create a navigation related work. So we will create a home page, and then we will create a project page. So here we will write projects. Okay, and then we have a page for the about. So we will create a page for the projects. So I'll create a new file. Here my file name is projects.view. Okay, so this is a new file, and what I'll do, I'll just copy the code. So this one, and inside here I'll paste it here. This one is for project page, project, and I can remove this particular class because we are not working with this particular class. And then I'll just reload this page. So we have home page and project page. So I can navigate to the home page and about page, but I cannot navigate it to the project space because we need to add this project related configuration file here. So I'll just copy this entire logic. I will paste it here, and the path name is p project. So I'll just use projects, and this one is for project. Okay, and like this is a best practices, like this will generate a separate chunks for this particular route, like each the separate JavaScript file for each routing file. So we have a routing file for the project. So we have file name is projects. I'll just write projects. Okay, cool. I will save and then reload this page, and then I'll go to the app.view file. So we have app.view file. So here we will need to mention projects. Okay, so when I click on this particular button, this is not an anchor tag. So we have a router link. So with the help of router link as a tag, you can navigate it to different route. Okay, and you have to use two as an attribute. Okay, save and then reload. So I can go to the project page, about page, home page. Okay, now I will create a component. So we'll create a component for each view. So like this is a home page. Here we can mention the details about the user. So what I'll do, I'll go to the component. This is a by default component. I can remove this component. I'll delete this part, and inside component we will create a folder. So this folder is for home. Inside home we'll create a new file. Let's say this one is for hero he dot view file. So this is a component, and then we will create another folder in the component part. So folder is projects. Okay, so we are creating a like component for each views so that we can reuse this one. So we have a home, and then we have a hero as a component. So what I'll do, I'm working on Vue.js, so I'll just use, I'll write Vue as a default file. So this is a simple syntax. So we are working on Bootstrap. So Bootstrap we have a container as a class. So I'll just create a container, and then we have a row. So that's why I have written a row, and then we have a column of 12. So I'll create a column of 12, and then inside we can pass an image. Here we can pass an image. So I'll open just for the testing or like reference. So I'll created a portfolio, github.io. So this is a path. So I'll just copy this image and I will paste it here, and I will link this component, or here what I'll do, just here we write bridge sync. Okay, I'll save and then I will import this component. I will import this component in the home. So how we can import the component? We have to use import as a keyword and then component name. So my component name is hero from, and then you need to define a location. So here you need to write dot dot slash, then we have a component inside home, then we have hero. Okay, so I'll just copy this path and I will paste it here so that we can register the component. So what I'll do here, we can remove this one and we can also remove this one. Save and then reload. So here we have a container and then we have a data. So here we can design the part. So here we can write a CSS logic, like here we can write a style. Let's say here we can define width, uh, 50%, save and then reload. So width is increased, so we'll use 10%. So yeah, it's fine. Here we can define a border. So border radius 50% for the circle. So we have a circle and then we have a name. So right now we are using S3, so I'll go for the H4. So this one is for H4. Yeah, it's working. And we are working on Bootstrap, so we have a predefined class. This one is for my, or you can mention empty. So you can mention the fourth, like margin top is fourth. Okay, and this is a component. Here we can write the description. So here we can write the title. So we have a title, this one. So I'll just reload, or no need to reload this particular path, so it's visible. And also, like we in the p tag here, we can write this one part. So I'll just copy for the bio, save and then reload. It's working. Okay, now the next part is for the technical skills. So I'll just copy this one. Here we have a technical skills, so I'll just here we'll click here and then we'll add h3. This one is for the technical skills, and then we have a paragraph. So I'll just copy this technical skills and we'll paste it here, save and then reload, so it's visible. Okay, we can mention the margin top with the help of empty f1 4, or you can mention empty f1 5, which is maximum. Okay, now like we can mention the icon. You can mention the icon. You have to go for the bootstrap and then we have icon section. Okay, so this is a link, like we are working on icon. So you have to install icon with the help of this link. We have a cdn path, this one. So I'll just copy and we'll go to the public directory and then we will paste after css logic of bootstrap. So this one is for the icon. Now we can able to use the icon. So let's say I want to use icon for LinkedIn. So I'll just go to the search bar on the top. So we have a search filter here. We'll write LinkedIn. So we have icon for the LinkedIn. So I'll just copy this code. So I'll just copy this code and I will paste here. Okay. So uh, yeah, this LinkedIn icon is visible. So you can mention the icons whatever you want to do. So it's totally up to you. So I'll just remove this one part. Okay, so now we have a home page and then we have a component hero. So this one is hero component. So I'll go to the project part and then we'll design the project things. So what I'll do, I'll just go to the project directory inside component and then we'll create a project. So I'll write projects, okay, dot view. So we'll write the same thing, like we are working on Vue.js. So we have a Vue.js and then we have a data. Okay, now we will design. So I'll just for the testing purpose. So first we'll create a container. Inside container we have a row and then we'll create a column of 12. So that's why we have written column of 12. Here we can mention the h1 tag. This one is for the project. So here we have a project. Here we can write some lorem so we can do that. Okay, so I will link this projects like here I can change the file name just for the understanding purpose. So this one is projects view data. Okay, so projects data component, and then we have a projects view. So what I'll do, I'll just remove this one. I'll write view component, and then we have a div section. Inside div we will register the component first. So what I'll do, how we can register the component, so we'll use import, and then we need to write projects data from the locations. So we'll write dot symbol, then components, then we have a projects, then we have a project data. So now we need to register the component. So we have export default. Inside we have a field or key value pair is components, and we can do that. Here we need to create a component, and that's it. So it's working. Okay, so now we have a project section, and then we are able to see the things. Okay, now I'll go to the paint, and this one, let's suppose this one is project section. So this is a heading, and here we will create a project in the format of cards, like this one card, this card, and this card. Okay, now I want to create a 4 column. So 1 2 3. So we'll create a column of 12 divided by 4 is equal to 3. So column value will be 3. So how we can do that? So this one is for the heading row, second row it will be for the column. So here we will create another row, and this one is for the data. Okay, okay, now what I'll do here, we'll create a column of 3 because we want to create a column 4 columns, so that's why we'll divide 12 divided by 4 is equal to 3. Okay, so this is a column of 3. Here we can go to the bootstrap. So we have a bootstrap. So I'll go to the documentation, and then we have a component for card. So we have a card component. So I'll just go to the card component, and this is a card component. I'll just copy this one path, and I will paste it here. Okay, so I will customize this little bit component. So right now the height, like this is the width is static, so I'll just remove this one. And then we have a style part. So how we can remove this style src part? So I'll just use hardcode image. So we'll go for projects, html projects. I'll select any random image. So I'll go to the image tag, and then this one is, so I'll just use copy image address. Is it visible? This path is too much long. I think we can use this one. Path will be, yeah. So I can use this image because this image will give you the URL. So here we can mention the image, and I will save, and then you need to reload the application, or no need to reload this application. So this project is visible because we have created only one card. Here there will be a project title. So here we'll write project title, and here we will write project description, and this one is for link. Okay, so like we will create a JSON file, and we will load this JSON file, and then we can print these dynamic data. Okay, so I'll go to the assets folder, and then we will create a folder for data. Inside we will create a JSON file. So let's say my JSON file name is projects.json. Okay, so here we will create a project. So like we have an array of data. So first there will be a project name. So that's why I'll write project name. So here we have project one. Then you can write a description about this project. So here I'll just copy this random text, copy, and I will paste it here. And then we have an image. So I'll just use image as a tag, key value pair. So we have an image field. So I'll just use this particular path, save, and then paste. Okay, now we need a link, so that's why we will add a link as a key value pair. So here you can mention the links. Let's say https // bridgeraj.xyz. You can mention any links. Okay, so this is a first project. So I'll just copy and we'll create a multiple project. So I need to add a comma, then paste. So we have right now this project is 2, this one is for 3, and this one is for 4. Okay, so we have right now 4 projects, or you can mention the fifth one. It's totally up to you. Or I'll add one more, 6. Okay, so we have a JSON file, so we will load this JSON file in this particular data. So how we can do that? So first we need to use import, and then we will write project data from the file name. So my file name is dot slash. So we'll go for upper directory. So we have assets, then we have data, then we have a file name is p small projects dot json file. Okay, so we need to like we need to create a data. So how we can do create a data field? So like this is a syntax. Here we can write projects data is equal to this one. Okay, so like here project data from JSON. So just for the understanding purpose, here you can print the data. So we have an array of object stored in this particular variable, so we can perform for operations, or we can print the data. So here we can print the data. Okay, so we have an array of data. This is array of data. We can do that. So we can apply for operations for loop. So we will write for v4, and then we have two things, like first we have an item, second one is index, and then we have a data. So this one is data, and then we need to define a key. So we have a key as an index, which will be unique. Okay, so then we have to write the image URL, so which will be dynamic. So here we have an item and the key. So my key is image img. So I'll just copy. I will item dot paste. Okay, but right now this is in double quotes, so it will consider as a string, but this will consider as a variable. So how we can create a variable? So you have to use this symbol. So with the help of this symbol, it will consider as a variable. Okay, if you are removing this one, so it will consider as a string. If you add this symbol, so it will consider as a variable. So now here you can print the project name. So here we'll write item dot name. Similarly, here we can write a description. So here we'll write item dot description, and then we have a link. So here we have a hash symbol. So we'll write item dot link, and this will consider as a string. So here we need to write this symbol. Okay, so yeah, data is loaded. So now you can see there are 1 2 3 4 up to 6 projects based on this particular data, and we can remove this one part. So I'll go to the directory. Here we can remove this one, save, and then reload. Okay, so like this one is for the home page, and this one is for the project. So I can design this particular path. So we have a card. Here you can mention my2 margin top and bottom, so there will be a space. Okay, so yeah, it is easy. And if you want to change the value, so let's say 3 to 2, so there will be a this column. If you mention 4, so there will be a 3 column. So right now we'll work on 3. Okay, so now we'll design the home page. Like we have created a home page, project page, and then we'll work on about page. So here in the about folder, in the component, we will create a component. So here we'll write component name is about data dot view. Okay, so we'll create a like same thing, like we have a container. So I'll create a container, and then we have a row, and then we have a column of 12. And here you can write let's say h1, you can write about Raj or any other person name. So here you can mention the links or paragraph, whatever you want. It's totally up to you. You can design. So I'll just copy this path and will paste it here, save, and here I'll go to the about page. So this is the about page. So what I'll do, I'll remove and then we'll go for this particular path. And first we need to import the component. My component name is about data. So I will write import about data from the path. So here we'll write dot slash, and then we have a component, and then we have a home about, and then this one. And how we can register, so we need to use component as a object, and here you need to pass, and then you need to create a div section. Inside you can create this one. Okay, so yeah, it's working. So we have created a simple application with the help of Vue.js. Now what I'll do, this is mobile responsive, it's totally mobile friendly. So if you go to the page, so you can see the projects, and here you can see the data for the about section. Now I want to build an application. So right now this entire npm run, so you can use this particular command for running your web application for the development purpose. If you want to build your application, so you need to type the command. So I'll click on new CLI, and you have to type npm run build. So it will generate your static file for your project. So it will generate a this directory. Inside this directory you can get your HTML, CSS and JavaScript code final. So you have to wait for a few seconds. Okay, so we have a directory name is dist. Inside dist we have a, like, this is a final build version. So you can copy this HTML, CSS, JavaScript folder and paste it into the, or deploy it into the server part, and then you will be able to access your website. So in the next video I'm going to talk about the development purpose, like how we can deploy this, like this is a static file, build file into the Firebase. So we'll use Firebase for the hosting part. So see you in the next video. Thank you.